All right, now we have the full screen stop sign from Savage. And we have a
And
huge
yeah,
horizontal opportunity from Savage. If she can get a yellow blue would be the ideal pill. She can do it with this double yellow. It elects not to take it. Actually clears it out in the way I didn't even see. Great job by Savage.
yeah, but there's a lot of floating on her board, something that Betty's not going to have to deal with quite as much as, oh, look at this.
Oh yeah.
That is an odd little T there. I love what I just saw. Um, Betty's board a little more compact, I guess is the right word for it. She's not going to have
Oh
to
my
worry about
gosh.
as much in the way of drop time, and clearly not as much in the way of anything because she is just plowing her way down into this level. I think she spun that double blue a little faster than she meant to. As it's not going to matter though. Look at this. Yeah, everything's done. Good grief. So yeah, Betty really pouring it to it so far. Savage with good plays as well, but is going to need a lot of yellow. Just needs three more. There's one for her, one, two for Betty, two for Savage, three for Savage, and yeah, all three, both of them at about a 117.
Yeah, I think Betty was actually out at about 115, so about 2 seconds between our players here. And oh, look at this setup from Savage. Is she? Yeah, I was hoping
Yep.
she would use the double yellow there. She could have put it in her column one, but I think that was the right decision there for Savage. And getting, oh my gosh, so many doubles. This board is just so good for Savage, and she's been getting the pills to support it. It's been really nice to see. She's already down to 14. Flying through this level is Savage Octagon.
Yeah, but look at what Betty's got set up here. If she can get a double red or manufacture one, she's going to be in a really good place. Is kind of hoping to see literally anything that will make that work a little better. I think, oh, there's the double
There it
red, and
is.
she's going to drop it down and get her combo. It's not quite as big as she was hoping for, and it's not going to be quite as fast as she was hoping either, as Savage already down to just three viruses, Betty with just seven to go. Um, and Savage now just needing two reds to finish this up. Uh, Betty, though, down to just three blues, and we'll be able to get out here as soon as she gets some blues. Savage out of 242. Betty just needing about five blues, and the doc not being forthcoming with them, I'm afraid.
Yeah, looking over at Savage's board, she had a really nice opportunity for some horizontal blue with the start of her board and was able to get it, fortunately. Now, really, Savage just wants to see red and blue. The one yellow access she had, she is now blocked off, as Betty is out at about a 311. Not a time she wants to see, but she can definitely bounce back still, as Savage getting a little bit hamstrung here by the RNG, starting to maybe break into this board a little bit, but it's I just hate it for her. I hate it for her. This is not a good board.
Yeah, Betty not really seeing a lot of what she wants to be seeing either. She got really hamstrung at the tail end of that last level. She was looking for blues, wasn't getting them, and the doc just being the butt that the doc tends to be.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's been kind of rough on this level. Betty could use a red blue here, is going to get it, and sets off most of the combo the way that she wanted to, but still a dozen viruses behind. Savage, like you said, not getting the greatest board, but she has maintained this lead.
Yeah, now Savage just needs a heck of a lot of red. She's got that one yellow there at the bottom and that one blue there in her row three. She's gonna go for she's gonna go for the blue first. Wise decision, as blue is the least common color you're gonna see in this version of Dr. Mario. Just needs those two more yellows. Gonna get him out at about a 439 for Savage Octagon. It is a 15 virus deficit for Betty at the moment, and oh, that column 8 ook.
Yeah, it's been tough. I've been keeping an eye on it, and there's just not a lot of good options coming up for Betty here. Um, I know her versus style. She's going to think about taking that yellow out horizontally up all the way at the top. But I'm not sure if the better choice isn't just going to be to bite the bullet. But you can see she's thinking horizontals. I mean, both of the blues and the yellows are set up for horizontals. Yeah, she's thinking hard about it, and I think she might actually do this. It's going to get these blues. And yeah, there's Betty with the
Yeah.
setup for the horizontal. She's just ignoring the trash at the top and is going to be out at a 531. That is a valiant effort by our number 10 seed.
Yeah, and great job from Betty to even see the horizontal. I was convinced that she was going to clear it underneath, but as we've been looking at Betty clearing that out, Savage has brought this down to only 18 viruses remaining. Very wise decision not to go for the horizontal in her columns 1 and 4. Would have made a lot more garbage than it would have been worth. So Savage just doing a really great job here. Takes this red yellow, clears out the center of her board. She's almost completely free and clear now here, Ook.
Yeah, but if you look, Betty is only 8 viruses behind, and doubles like that are going to make that deficit drop a little faster. Of course, at this point in the game, it is faster. Players who don't have to, who aren't at the bottom of their board run faster. It's just kind of the mechanics of how the game works. But uh, Betty definitely not taking this one lying down, and like we said earlier, just really valiant effort.
Mm-hmm.
But it is going to be one more red for Savage out at a 648.
Yeah, GG's to both players. Savage takes game 1 of the best of 3. Now, Ook, how crazy would it be if Betty wins this next game?
Oh,
A
I mean, I'm
four for
expecting it
four
at this point.
deciders. 4 for 4
Just
deciders.
completely expecting it at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah, definitely. So once we get our readies from our players, we're going to see this game too. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was just a couple of really bad RNG sessions
Mm-hmm.
that really, really hamstrung Betty. Savage not getting really what she was looking for either, but it's going to be something crazy.
And we do have a ready from Betty. That's one of my favorite things to say in the booth. And a ready from Savage. And our 3, 2, 1 bills. Just
All right,
noticing
starting
that
off double. Go ahead.
Savage had her music set to Fever.
Interesting. She may just be saying, "Screw it. I don't care what the meta is right now. Let's do this thing."
I mean, she usually plays chill, so that's more what
I
surprised
know.
me. Anyway, Savage with a heck of a lot of yellow on her top line, making some really nice plays, but I just don't love this top line. I don't love this board for Savage.
Yeah, no, it's not a pretty board. Betty's isn't a whole lot better, but so far she's gotten the better pill luck. As you can see, she's getting a lot of red yellow, and that's what she needs the most of. Unfortunate not able to take that those reds horizontally. But look at this setup. Is going to go ahead and take the yellows, sees the double yellow. I think that had something to do with making that decision because she is set up for a double blue. And Betty playing those horizontals, she really does like those. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Decides to forgo that one, and now, wow, making a garbage clear that's going to set up another combo. Let's see if she goes. She does put the blue down first. Now I didn't see the next box fast enough. But she's going to be out at about a 1.5 as soon as there it is, 130 on the dot. Savage out at 135, but on our screen the exact same time.
Yeah, yeah, and
Shout out to the exact same.
yeah, and for Savage, as bad as that board was for her, for her to be out at a 135 was still really, really good.
Oh, definitely. Speaking of really, really good, look
Oh,
at the
look at
RNG
that.
that Betty's been
Yo.
getting. Go ahead. You saw something I didn't get a chance to see.
Yeah, Savage just just had a really nice little drop combo there. As you were talking about Betty's good RNG, Savage has been getting the same good RNG. Down to 16, now 15 for both players, actually. I think I like Savage's board health a little bit more. Betty's got that split board, which can really cause some issues with drop time, and she's going to have to be really careful about how she plays the rest of this board. As Savage now down to 3 with this drop into a horizontal. This has just been an amazing level for Savage.
Yeah, Betty, it's not been a slouch either, as everything that she's gotten, she's found a use for. A lot of blue yellow on this board and has gotten a lot of blue yellow pills. Let's hope that luck holds up for her as she does get the last blues. Savage, of course, already out into level 8, but Betty not going to be far behind. In fact, given about the 5-second time difference, I'd say they are close, if not tied up.
Yeah, Savage was out at about 2:49. I think Betty was out at 3 minutes flat. So about 11 seconds between our players at the moment. Looking at the boards, Savage has a lot of red here, and the nice thing about it is kind of clumped up to where she can make some shapes out of it. But she's got to get the right pills to do it. Looking like she does want to take these reds out horizontally. And this red yellow, ooh, she's going or double red rather, she's gonna elect to put it on the left. And looks like she has foregone the horizontal red that she was looking for.
Now, if we look over at what Betty is doing, she is setting herself up for some horizontal play, is thinking better of it, and I think that's the right call. Not having a lot of use for yellows here with his top line, but maybe there's a big fat log coming up. I don't know. Love this play for her though,
Yeah.
as she's keeping it close, still within 5.
Yeah, both players have really just done a great job this entire block. It's been really amazing to see. Now, Betty, her column 1 is a little bit buried. She does have the opportunity to clear out that yellow horizontally, and that double yellow, perfect for that. Wisely
Smart play
puts
there.
wisely puts that yellow red there, because she knew that if she didn't, there was her blue at the bottom was going to be buried. But it is Savage into level 9 first, but Betty really not far behind. It's only a 7 virus deficit.
Yeah, with the time difference, it's about 5-6 seconds that Betty's behind. So she actually made up a little bit of time in that level
Mhm.
8, and is trying to storm her way back. But Savage with a really solid board, a little spire there on column 3. That's gonna be a tiny problem for her, but this double yellow really gonna help to knock it down. And then yellow blues, that gets rid of the entire spire. And now she's being just offered the opportunity for a quad horizontal. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a speedrun dream board,
Yeah.
and not what you want to see if you're cheering for Betty B, who is again just putting herself out there and has played an amazing game so far. But what do you do when your
Oh, look
opponent
what Savage
is
got set
setting
up.
up
Look at it. Look at it. At
a log out?
5:56 with a log out, a timber log out.
Oh
And
my gosh.
wow. And Savage kills the streak of deciders for the night, but what a way to do it.
That that was insanity. So GG's to Betty. I keep saying the words valiant effort. That was as much a valiant effort as we have seen. Betty really just crushing some good levels there, but in the end, it is Savage Octagon taking the win. She'll go on tomorrow to play the winner of our next match. You're not going to want to miss that. Stick around. You're watching the DrMC.